Hi Scrappy friends, this is Paige Evans, and today I want to share this layout featuring border punches. I'm so glad that I've held on to some. I definitely purged a lot, but I'm glad I held on to my favorites so that I could create this layout. Now this entire layout is made with a single piece of pattern paper, number 12 from my Oh My Heart collection. And I love how it looks like I used a whole bunch of different pattern papers, but it's just one. That's one of my favorite things to design in my collections. So what I'm doing is basically trimming all of the different patterns and colors into the individual strips. You can see that heart quilt image on the left that was my original idea. I was going to trim these and build quilted hearts, but I couldn't figure out how to get them all the same size easily. So then I thought about trimming them into borders and went with that idea instead. So I'll do the quilted hearts on a different layout someday, maybe. So this is a Martha Stewart Crafts border punch. I'll show you the different punches that I use. And this is a larger one, so the papers that were thicker, wider, I used with the wider, thicker border punch. This is a Fisker's scalloped border punch, and you line it up with the coordinating images on the left or right side, punch away. I did that on the medium-sized strips, probably one from every color. So there's dark pink, light pink, aqua, the purple, orange, yellow, quite a few different colors, and I just love how bold and bright they are. I think this is an EK Success, or it might be Fisker's. I'd like a doily border punch, and it's really pretty. I love how dainty and delicate these border punches are. Really creates a nice texture when they're all overlapping together. This is an American Crafts Knockouts border punch. So you place all the pieces in and then start punching. And again, you line it up to the image on the left or right side and keep punching. So this way you can make sure you're getting the whole piece of paper punched. And it's nice and even. And then when you're ready for a different border punch, you take out the pieces and put in the next one. So here I'm deciding which background to use. I really want to use pattern paper. Everything's just seeming a little bit too busy. So I go with this light craft cardstock background, and I haven't used craft in a really long time, so I'm feeling good about this decision. Yeah? So I am lining up the pattern papers with their colors, the coordinating colors, just going down the page. And I like the messy overlapping look, so I'm not placing them all evenly. Just trying to figure out a good placement. And then where the edges weren't perfectly punched, I just trimmed away the excess a little bit to make them all even. So I like this placement, and to make sure I don't forget how it goes, I took a picture with my phone so that I can refer back to it. Now I'm going to lightly glue the paper strips in place. I'm using just a small amount of adhesive because I know I'm going to add some stitching. I should have done the stitching now as I'm going along. It would have been a lot easier to stitch one piece at a time, because instead I have to go back through and take them off so that I'm not stitching over the doilies, the punched borders. See how they're slightly overlapping? And if I want to stitch the top of one piece, it would be stitching the bottom of another. So stitch as you go instead of like this. So when I did stitching, I used a coordinating color of thread. I love how that adds a little bit more color. And then I'm bending up the edges to create even more texture. So the background really literally pops off the page. On this layout, I'm deciding to keep the thread ends long. I love that whimsical look, homespun look. I'm using this photo of my daughter Jane amidst our pillows on the couch. The colors couldn't match more perfectly. It was like made. Maybe I was inspired by these pillows when this collection was designed. Anyway, so it was a perfect match for this layout, and it's going to be titled Cozy, using the mini alphabet stickers from Oh My Heart, and then kind of doing the color on color technique again. So where this colorful floral paper is, I placed a colorful floral puffy sticker. This sticker says I woke up like this, and it's yellow, so I'm placing it over the yellow. XOXO dark pink is going on the dark pink section. Purple chipboard flower on the purple papers. Adding a little bird too. And I always love to use flowers. Bring on the flowers. So I love the color on color technique just to add texture. They're like little bits of eye candy on the page. Pink heart on the pink. And it's just fun. This is the fun part. It's figuring out where to place all the embellishments. What's too much, what's too little. You know, it's always finding that balance. Sometimes this takes me a long time. Sometimes it comes together really quick. Couple aqua stickers on the aqua papers because it was missing something. And then I dropped some white paint splatters in 3 places. All about the visual triangle, so if you put things in 3 places, evenly, 3 evenly spaced places around the layout, then your eye goes all the way around the page. I covered up the photo with, well, with that heart quilt from the beginning, just so I wouldn't splatter paint on the picture. I'm not smacking the paintbrush too hard, just lightly, so you get these nice small dots of paint. For the journaling, I decided to type it out instead of write it, because I feel like if I used a pen somewhere on top of the pattern papers, it wouldn't show up at all. But this way, typed on a white background and printed and trimmed out, you can see it a lot better. And I'll just add it to this white floral section. It's close to the photo, and it fits in with the design. I love this adhesive, it's super skinny. And with that, with the journaling, the layout is finished. So I hope you've held on to some of your border punches, scalloped scissors, whatnot, and you are inspired to create a layout using those border punches. Thanks for watching.